Greetings, YouTube friends. Today I'll be walking you through how to find the first date of trade chart for a stock or a cryptocurrency. Just like a person has a natal chart from the moment they're born, a company, index, or asset also has a birth chart. The birth chart can help us identify key planetary cycles which may influence the price action of an asset. In financial astrology, there are many dates that we can use. The date of incorporation, rebranding, or mergers. However, I find the first date of trade to be especially valuable for analyzing market behavior. This date marks the moment an asset enters the market and begins its journey in the publicly traded markets. Okay, let's jump in. Okay, to create a natal chart for an index, stock, or cryptocurrency, you'll need three things. You'll need the date, the first date that it was traded. Then you'll need the time that it was opened on the markets. And then you'll need the location. For the U.S. equity markets and stocks and indexes correlated to the New York Stock Exchange, I have two primary locations that I use. The first will be the Financial District or Wall Street, New York, and then the other is Chicago, Illinois, and that's because that's where the CME is located. So we'll use one of those two depending on what the index or asset is that we're looking for to create. In the event of the Dow Jones, it could be as simple to find the date as actually Googling Dow Jones Industrial Average first date of trade, and you will get May 26, 1896. Now, you need to be able to know what time to set the chart to. So all U.S. equities on the New York Stock Exchange were trading opening at 10 a.m. Prior to September 30th, 1985. After September 30th, 1985, the New York Stock Exchange started opening at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So any index or stock that you're using on the New York Stock Exchange after September 30th, 1985, you will use 9:30 a.m. For the first date of trade chart. Okay, let's take a look at a futures chart. So this is the gold futures chart. And so a really great tool that you can use to find natal charts for futures indexes is the CME Group website actually has a webpage called Historical First Trade Dates. And this actually will list the first date that they were traded. So you can find for S&P 500, the NASDAQ, pretty much anything that you'd like to find out as far as a futures index that's traded, you'll find on this webpage. I'll put a link in the video description below. So for gold futures, I simply went to the CME first day of trading website. I looked it up and I found that it was for December 31st, 1974. I selected 10 a.m. because this date is before September 30th of 1985 when the markets were opening at 10 a.m. And I selected Chicago, Illinois, because this is a futures chart and it is on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. So that's how I find a futures chart. Then if we take something like a stock, like Tesla, it can get a little trickier when we're trying to find the first date of trade for a stock, but it's usually pretty accessible on the internet. So in this case, I Googled Tesla first date of trade, but I actually went to the Tesla website and found that there was a press release regarding the IPO talking about the first date of trade and letting us know that it was going to happen on June 29th of 2010. So that is how I found the Tesla first date of trade. Another very useful tool and resource is the bonniehill.net website. They have collected quite a list of asset classes, companies, and even countries' natal dates. And there are maybe multiple dates for the same asset, company, or country. And you'll have to kind of do your own research to decide which one you think is going to be the most accurate. Lastly, let's take a look at Bitcoin. And so Bitcoin's a little different. The natal date that I use for Bitcoin is actually the first block mined, and that's on January 3rd, 2009 at 6:15 p.m. And we use London for the location on the Bitcoin natal chart. I find that cryptocurrencies can be a little trickier and require a little bit more research, although you can employ many of the tools that I suggested, Google searches, reading white papers for cryptocurrency, and and just generally researching the coin or asset that you're looking for. All right, everyone, I hope this was super helpful. For more financial astrology videos, make sure you have your bell notification on, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Talk to you next time.